Matthew, we're hearing from UNHCR 900,000 people have moved across these borders. Tell us what you've seen firsthand today, please.
Certainly, yes. I was in Medica, which is the largest of 8 border crossings that are in a straight north-south line that connect Poland and Ukraine. Medica is the largest one because it connects Poland to one of the larger roads heading to Lviv, which is the largest city in western Ukraine and the 4th largest city in Ukraine. And as the largest border crossing, it's obviously seen the most traffic. I was there for several hours. I'll probably be back tomorrow. And I was seeing consistently women and children coming across without men, obviously very, very sad faces. I spoke to some. I got some footage. I'll continue to be uploading that in the next 12 hours, video interviews and pictures. And they are sad. They're worried. They're scared. They're apprehensive. Some of them have a little bit of optimism, and they hope that they will be back in Ukraine. They're not looking to move into Poland full time or into Hungary. There's been 5 countries that have predominantly taken this just under 1 million women and children coming across. Poland's taken about half, but you have Hungary, Slovakia, Moldova also taking, and Romania taking some of these women and children coming across. Now, the one really interesting thing about the dynamic when we compare it against other border crises, which Europe has seen in recent years, is that the Polish people have come out incredibly strongly. There's massive stores of food and clothing ready for the taking for anybody who needs, and Polish citizens are coming from all over the country and organizing transports to bring these women and children to convents, community centers, schools, other facilities that can house them, and people are volunteering to take them in because they do not want there to be refugee camps. That is a ghettoization of refugees serves nobody's interest, and the Polish people are stepping up. The Polish government is managing this expertly, very, very well organized. At no point is there hundreds of people running across, but they're all processed on an individual basis. If you don't have your passport, it's fine. If you don't have a Vax card, it's fine. This situation supersedes those bureaucratic situations, and it is being managed superlatively.
That's quite an extraordinary story. So the 500,000 have been dispersed right across Poland, from the sound of it. That is remarkable. I guess if the military situation deteriorates further, we'll start to see men crossing the border too at some point.
And you know what? I'll give you a very interesting supportive anecdote of that. I've been living on and off in Warsaw for the better part of 10 years when I'm not in the U.S. or traveling. And one of the things we saw after 2014 and the Donbass was that all of the eastern Ukrainians that were pushed out of Luhansk, Donbass, when the Little Green Men and the Russian separatists took control of these regions, they came to Poland as economic migrants, but well integrated, assimilated, and got jobs. And many of them became Uber drivers. And overnight, the price of ride sharing and taxi cabs went down markedly, and the availability, the supply went up. And now what I saw when I got back here to Warsaw in the last few days is that Uber drivers take 10 minutes. The price is up 3 to 4 times because the young Ukrainian men, 20 years old to 35 or 40 years old, have gone back to Ukraine to fight. Yeah. And I think that is very, very inspirational. They really do believe, and I believe justly, that they have a homeland to defend. So some of these internet stratagems you see from the troll farms of this is not a Ukrainian land is very, very fallacious. Tell that to the Ukrainians, and tell that to some of the Poles who I also saw went across. I saw a van filled with sort of young men, 25 to 35 or 40, who were going in, and the window was open. I said, "You're going into Russia, into Ukraine right now to fight," and they gave me a thumbs up. I think they're rather enthused, given the history of this region, to get involved and help defend Ukraine.
Well, I have to say, Matthew, after the last big migration into the European Union across the Mediterranean, what chaos that was and continues to be, yours is actually a very heartwarming story. Thank you very much indeed for that report.